Therapy Thursday is where we talk it out. Whatever problem you got, it is becoming our problem today. Meredith MD, you ready?
Hello.
Rich, the emotional support animal.
Always ready.
Always ready. Orlando BGYN, here to help you out as well. All right, we got your calls and texts. 888-429-0941. What we got?
Out of the 727. So my boyfriend and I have been dating for almost 2 years now. A while back, I found out he was not being honest about his whereabouts and discovered he had been with multiple women while actively dating me. We broke things off for about 2 months before he came back to asking me out again and giving it a second chance. That was back in December. I thought things were going good as he recently moved into my place and everything has been going great. On Saturday, we had a huge argument, and he told me he should stay at his mother's house. He came back yesterday and did not speak to me at all. I had suspicions, so I went through his bag that he allegedly took to his mother's house and found an opened pack of male energy enhancement pills and 2 packs of gummy male enhancers. I'll leave out the name because it's kind of weird. And a couple of things were missing. I don't know. I feel crushed, but do you really think he did something?
Yeah. Do we think? I think you think it. Everybody thinks it. Everybody who heard he had the enhancement pills.
Yeah.
His mama don't need no enhancement. No.
He wasn't just trying them out alone.
He was Bobby Brown. Humping around. We got to keep it a buck if therapy is about the truth, and the truth is you saw the evidence of what it was. You don't have to ask the question. If you're asking the question, that means you know, and you're just looking for some sort of line of lockdown answer. And that lockdown answer is he was humping something.
Yeah. If this was Mansers, I would say he took that pill for you, baby, when he got home. But it is Therapy Thursday, so I'm gonna say he is humping around, and he took that. And what you're thinking is probably right.
And now it's time for you to do what you have to do, because it's a silly thing to sit back and wonder. I mean, you see what it is.
Yeah, the package, and he's missing even the gummies. Like, what are you doing?
All right, let's see. Out of the 813, it says, what does it say when your baby daddy retreats from arguments and leaves the house instead of talking it out? It's like clockwork. We fight, he's out. How do you have a relationship without communication on every conflict? Okay, that's immaturity.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time.
First of all,
it's so weird that people don't. It is a learned behavior. He's allowing it to happen, and you're allowing it to happen at the same time. It's not healthy to do that. It doesn't help anybody. You got to work through your issues.
But the thing is, it is a learned behavior, and the learning. This is one of those things where I'm not really supposed to say, because guys are like, "Shut up, oh." But realistically, some people learn how to get time away from you by arguing. I know people who have started arguments, or who have known that an argument was going to come from something they did, so they can retreat. Oh, damn. Think about it.
That's not healthy either.
It's not healthy.
My God.
But that's why I'm saying, maybe you don't take the bait and don't fight. Because if they try and bait you into a fight so they can go with the homies, or so they can get out the house and go wherever they're going, or just get away from you or whatever, and they using that as a kind of spark, then don't take the bait.
Yeah, and see what happens.
And you see him, if you see him just trying your nerves and trying to get you to fight, you're
Toxic.
like, wow, that is what he's doing. He's trying to fight so he can retreat and get out the house and get a pass. I'm mad. I'm going to the bar. You're like, yeah, okay.
Or do you really just want to go get a drink at a bar?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Just
like
say that.
You can just create a fight to get out of the whole issue.
Also, sometimes people deal with conflict differently, though. Like, they don't want to say something that, isn't too crazy in the heat of the moment.
Yeah,
too.
but
Sometimes people,
it's not a little break.
I'm that type of person, though. I need to walk away sometimes to get away from the situation.
Sure.
Get my thoughts clear,
Your mind
and then
right.
come back.
Number out of 248, it says, my ex started fights every Friday. We called it Friday Night Fever.
Whoa.
There
So
you
he
go.
could leave the house?
People do that. I'm telling you, it's a little game that they play. All right, one more out of the 727. I'm dating a girl with 3 kids. I enjoy spending time with the girl when we are one-on-one, but parenting, especially 3 kids, may not be for me. How do I tell her this may not be for me without placing blame on the kids?
You needed to make a decision. You can't be half in and half out, and then you have a whole family that you're basically raising at the same time. It's unfair to the kids, and it's very unfair to her because she thinks you're totally fine. And if you're not okay with accepting these kids and helping her, you knew this ahead of time.
Well, I mean, the dumb question is, how do I tell her? It's like,
make a decision first, and then
tell her
her
quickly.
Yeah,
because her family ain't going nowhere. She got 3 kids; they're not leaving. So you know what it is. You signed up for a job. The job has a certain criteria of dealing with 3 kids as well as getting Scooby snacks. You loving the Scooby snacks, but don't want the responsibility of 3 kids. That was the job when you hired her.
Yeah, man.
You got hired for it.
Yeah, you got to man up and just tell her the truth and
leave.
Yeah, and just
leave.
Bye. Just tell her, be like, hey, you know what? I thought that I would be able to do this, but I am not made for it. This is 100%.
It's not you.
It's not you. It's me.
Honestly.
Right out.
No, it's not this. One of us. It's these kids. I don't want your kids. I don't want your kids. Like, I mean, go ahead and say it. Like, I mean, you argue your way out. Be honest. At least be honest once. You in here being a putty crib.
I wouldn't say it like that. I would say I'm not prepared to take on the responsibility to not only be a parent, but to parent 3 children right now. I thought I could do it initially, and now I know I'm aware, and I'm sorry I led you on, but I've been thinking about this for a while.
Man, have her call us. We'll tell her exactly what you just said.
No.
I like one-on-one, but I don't like being with her kids. That's what you wrote. So be honest and let her go find somebody who can help her with them churn. All right? I was just told on DM from Mandy that I am very blunt on Therapy Thursday.
Yeah,
like
that's
I mean,
the point.
you only got an hour with this copay. Like you gotta tell the truth, especially when kids are involved. I mean, that's why I was being blunt with that, because why waste that lady's time?
That's how I feel.
She's looking for a partner and for her situation, and the situation includes 3 children.
Yeah.
So if you're not into them, you're not gonna grow into them.
Yeah. Don't waste her time.
You wrote to us, you only like the one-on-one time. Well, she's 1-on-4.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They come with her.
It's not fair.
Right. So you got to let her know and don't waste her time.
Yes.
So that's a Band-Aid you got to snatch off fast, I would think.
Yeah.
All right. This out of the 863 says, I just told my mom that my wife was pregnant. She really hasn't seen my first child much due to underlying circumstances, such as a dirty house, her being a drunk, having people over at the house that I really don't know. She goes on Facebook and acts like I'm in the wrong for not giving her access to my kids. I've tried to talk to her about this and don't know what else to do. She's constantly acting like I'm the issue, even though she is. Am I doing something wrong?
Okay. There's somebody that's completely delusional here in the relationship, and it's okay to have boundaries. Plus, do you really want your kid? You can do like little snippets of time that's monitored with grandma. What is that called? Like when the kids can
Supervised
there you
visits.
go. Thank you. You can have that. Like just invite grandma over for brunch for a couple of hours. Feed her. She can spend time with the kids. There's ways around it, but you're sure as hell not going to drop the kids off for a weekend. They probably don't even know her. But there's little ways that you can handle this and also have boundaries at the same time.
You can go over there with your child, and I mean, people have taken their children into situations where they had to go visit somebody,
Sure.
but they stay real close to you. Don't go wander off in no rooms.
No.
You know,
Invite
if
them
you
over to your
you see
house.
something on the ground, leave it there.
Yeah.
You know, because roachy houses. I mean, yeah, there's family members
Sure.
you've gone to visit that ain't necessarily
Perfect.
but they still your family, so you go check in.
Yeah.
But you just do it very controlled. I mean, you know,
Yeah,
so
where
don't
you're comfortable.
don't eliminate your mom's access to him, and try and help her, by the way. Like, you know, if you want to give her a Merry Maids thing or something like that.
I did that for my dad. It worked
for a
great.
holiday
Yeah.
or like a Christmas present or something. Help her. Like, instead of just giving her a gift certificate somewhere, give her something that's going to help her situation.
Sure.
So you could try and help her into the family.
She also might be offended that you're hiring her a maid, so prepare yourself in case.
Out of the 941, I just started dating this new guy, and I never thought that I would be superficial, but I found out that he carries all his things in a fanny pack. I didn't think that they made them anymore. I can't believe that I didn't see it sooner. Next, I found out that he wears socks and sandals.
You don't like his style at all.
Can I start a real relationship with this guy who carries everything in the fanny pack? Did fashion ever keep you from a relationship?
No. I mean, because you can teach
can
somebody
change
how to be
that.
better. There's a bunch of dudes out there that got real fashion woes and met a good woman who changed them up. And there's some ladies out there who've been put up on game by a guy who is more fashionable than them. If you find a partner and they're worth investing some time in, then go ahead and help them walk through it. You know, there's some ladies that have dusted up some dudes that was pretty rough.
Hi, my name is Meredith. I've done that with every single man I've ever dated, and it's very common.
You
I
make
wouldn't dump a
them
man
better.
because of that.
You know, what's the Neo song say? Make me better.
Yeah, but and if these are the only things that those problems are, consider this a win. It's not like he treats you badly or that you don't like him. You obviously like him if the only thing that you have to bad to say is his fanny pack. And
But it is a fanny pack.
Yeah,
It's
you can
kinda
change
weird.
that though.
Like,
People
how
use
old are
those
you?
though. People use those.
If
They wear
you're-
them around your,
They're coming
your
back in.
chest bags and all
Every
that
day.
stuff.
Every day. we're wearing
I mean,
that.
Socks and sandals too, though.
Socks and sandals is rough, and
ugh.
fanny pack is rough. But if you just give him, ladies know how to, y'all know how to finesse it.
Yeah, we do. I
like
got you. I'll
you
buy
can
some
build
else.
him something, and you could be like, oh, you know what?
This turns
Those
me on
are
when
cool,
you don't
but
wear that.
turns me on if you wear these. That's why I bought them for you.
I
Now
got
he
you.
gonna wear those all the
Go
time.
get you some Cole Haans.
Yeah, this girl, I remember my mom laughed at me because she saw my nails and she's like, you stopped biting your nails? And I was like, I did. And she's like, what happened? We put medicine on there. We couldn't never get you to stop. And this girl at my school, Nedra Robinson,
Oh, wow.
I would call her out. She told me, oh, man, your nails look so cute. Your hands look so cute. If you didn't bite them, they'd be just so much cuter. I stopped that day.
Damn.
It's like because we let women tell us.
Yeah.
Give him the options.
I
Let him
love
know
it.
what he could do to put his stuff in. Like, give him a little backpack, a Louis V backpack or something. I'm not saying you got to be fashionable like that.
Yeah.
But like, let him know the sexier ways he could look if he would just make some different choices.
That's
You
not
went
a
from
fanny
pack to a $3,000 backpack. I don't know what you doing over
I'm
there,
just
but-
saying, like, there are other options and way he could carry his things. And if you just let him know, like you said, the sexier ways he would look and the sexier options, I'm sure that he will listen and he probably make a change for you.
Ladies are always building, and so I will say, you can put in the work if he's worth it.
Easily.
If he's worth it, go ahead and try and make the change. But getting rid of somebody because they don't fit your style is not unacceptable, but it is a waste if you got a good guy up under bad fashion choices. Our last one here is out of A13. It says, my dad is hitting the age where memory is not as sharp as it used to be, to the point where it's concerning. We could be talking about something 1 minute and he'll ask me a question about the very same thing that we just discussed. How do we go about confronting him that testing for dementia may be the best option for him right now so we could be proactive? Side note, my dad is very independent and he's very strong-minded, so it won't be an easy discussion.
So Orlando and I have dealt with this, and it is a hard discussion to have. I made sure that my dad got all the tests, and he was not happy with it, and it was a little bit of an embarrassing conversation that I had to push on him several times. But really, it's because you love them and you want them to be around longer, and you see that there's a problem. So be more proactive, step up, have the uncomfortable conversation, rip that Band-Aid off.
The uncomfortable conversation is necessary because time isn't on your side if something is wrong. If nothing is wrong, you got a whole bunch of time to win your dad back, to
Easily.
get him to calm down from his independent anger and all that. But if there's something ahead, you might want to get as much lead time as possible. In my situation, we didn't know. And so the lash outs and the kind of things that looked like they could be red flags weren't identified yet until she got that diagnosis. And my mom lived here for 5 years, and I had no idea. And the doctors had no idea because they weren't testing for it.
Yep.
And these people didn't know her as well. So what you need to do is spend some time with the doctor. Can't give you information, but maybe reach out to the doctor and say, hey, I want my parent to do this. I know you can't discuss their medical situation with me, but I want to bring them in. And can you be looking for these things so we can get them a checkup? Maybe just tell your dad, listen, you fine, daddy, but I need to get you a checkup because I want you to be around.
Yes.
And then let the doctor proceed to do some testing and stuff like that. But don't give up, and don't take the fact that your dad is an independent person, because that independence is going to fray if there's something wrong.
Yeah, don't act like your dad's never been mad at you before. This is just another thing. And it's
real.
beneficial for him. So there you go.
So go ahead and get involved in that. All right, Therapy Thursday's a wrap-up in here.
Orlando and the Freak Show.
See, I wasn't so quick judgmental like that time. I was soft and kind. All right, 9 a.m. classic kickoff coming.